The time has come for all of us to take civil action against those that have made the burden of just providing the basic necessities of life unaffordable in this country. Over the last 8 years, the Republican Party, headed by President George Bush and Vice President Dick Cheney, have concentrated their economic efforts on fighting the war on terror overseas, while the infrastructure of America continues to decay at such a rapid level that we as citizens must take immediate action for all of their removals from office. This includes Senator John McCain and Governor Sarah Palin of Alaska, because their idea of reform will continue to hurt the middle class of America. This issue is way too important for all of us that are eligible to vote to sit on the sidelines and watch this presidential election happen while you sit at home and pontificate on how the outcome will happen. Some of you that have forgotten what they did to Rosa Parks, what they did to Ida B. Wells, and what they did to Fannie Lou Hamer on the streets of this country while fighting for better conditions for their people. Do you remember what happened all across the South when Men United decided that enough is enough? We're not going to take this anymore. Well, we have to begin by making a stance at the ballot box first. There is no way that I will sit back and let this decision be made by not making the effort to make sure that every living person that hears my voice knows that they must register and vote before October the 10th. Please, our children are depending on us to demand change in Washington by electing Senator Barack Obama as the next president of the United States of America. How much more do you have to see in this world to know that he is the best person in the world for what needs to be done, and there won't be an opportunity for us to see tomorrow if we allow this opportunity to get away from us. The world is watching to see if America is now willing to accept the need for a massive overhaul of the failed Bush policies, both domestic and foreign. The domestic failure could never be more apparent than what has happened to the affected families of Katrina, and how this administration sat back and watched its own citizens ravaged here at home while spending billions of dollars funding a failed war effort in Iraq. Have you forgotten that schools don't have money to educate our children or to pay fair wages for its teachers? Because the federal government refuses to make its urban policies at the top of the agenda? Have you forgotten that our children are suffering in the streets, that drugs are running rampant in our communities? How can you sit back and stay at home this time? The murder rate in urban cities around this country is at epidemic proportions because of people like Sarah Palin, who are lifelong members of the National Rifle Association, who want to continue to make guns readily available for your destruction. I'm telling each of you that read and understand what is going on today, that this is not the time for you to allow yourself to sit back and watch on the sidelines as this election takes place. You must register and vote before October the 10th, or tomorrow it will not only be Wall Street that is crumbling, but Main Street will be crumbling also.